Hey everybody, Chris Hesselbein here from InsertCoin.org. Really excited to show you my latest creation. We had the basic leaderboard, we have the advanced leaderboard for multiple classes, and now I have the Codeword leaderboard system. You can find it on InsertCoin.org. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the creation process. So the idea behind this is instead of having to put your XP in manually, like through the form, we're going to let participants of our game use code words, like redeem code words for XP as we go. So here's an example of a game I ran at Q17. It's the Insert Coin Leaderboard Challenge. So you can see I have some directions, and I also have a quest menu. I have different levels of difficulty and different quests. So that's the first thing I did, is went through and made my differentiated quest menu, and I figured out how much each quest is going to be worth XP wise. Then when you have that, you're going to need to make a form for each of your challenges. So this is like complete quest 1-1, complete quest 1-2. If I click on this is going to take me to a Google form. And very simply, just some proof. Do you follow me on Twitter? Yes, I do. What is my handle? So that is the proof that I have done the task, and when I submit it, I'm going to get a message saying quest complete, and the secret code. This is the secret code we're looking at right there, and we are going to be submitting that secret code or that code word for XP later. Now, to make this easier, what I've done is I've actually put a link to my XP request form right there in the form response, so you can just directly link to it. But this is what my form actually looks like, the XP request form. The first question is code word. That's where you enter in the code. The second one is avatar. That is where people put their avatar names for the leaderboard, and they have to be exactly the same each time. And they can also choose their guild, which team they want to be on. And those are the three essential questions. You need to have those questions in order for this system to work. You can add extra questions beyond that, but every time someone wants to put in XP, they need to answer those three questions. That's how they're going to be getting their XP. So let's take a look at our form response sheet and how this would work here. So I already have a little bit of data in here. This is what my responses look like. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Codeword leaderboard sheet, which will do all the calculations for me. And I'm going to copy it, just like I have in the other leaderboard solutions. I'm going to copy it into this form response sheet. So first of all, I'm going to grab the hands-off Codeword sheet. This is the one where there is no teacher intervention. Students are completely in charge. They'll just add, they'll redeem their XP, and it just automatically gets up onto the leaderboard. So what I'll do is I will click copy to, and I will find my recent, and I'm in test Codeword leaderboard responses right there. So now when we go back to the form responses, this does take a little while. This is a large sheet. There's a lot going on, so it might take a little bit to load. And there it is. It just popped up. So copy of Codeword leaderboard, hands off right there. And it is already going to be pulling some data from my form responses. It might take about 30 seconds or so for this stuff to start coming in. So you can see up in the corner, if you see this bar here, it's still calculating the formulas. Well, what it's doing is it's taking the raw data from my form, and then it's going to be calculating the XP that you get based on the different code words that are in this chart. So this orange section is where you can assign which code words work in this form and how much XP they're worth. The yellow section, just like you're used to, is your XP threshold, how much XP you need to get to the next level, and also the title that you can have for each level. And you can just adjust those for your game. And as the other leaderboard solutions work, same thing. You're going to have a ranked leaderboard here that sums up everybody's points from the form. You can take a look at the collective XP, which is just coming in now. And you can also see the team XP, like the collective team XP. I've included a couple charts for you to use here, and that's pretty much it. So you just copy this sheet into your form responses and it should start pulling all that data. Now, some people said, hey Chris, this is really cool, but what if a student just grabs a code word without me like approving it? Like they didn't do the work, but they just found out the code. For that, there is a slightly different version of this, and it is the hands-on code. So it's very similar, except it includes one extra column. So this is the hands-on version of the code word leaderboard. And in this one, you can see that there is a red approval column here. I'm going to go ahead and copy it just like I did with the other one. So if you'd rather do this, you can just copy this to your form responses. So I'm just going to copy it into my test code word. And as you can see now, I have a copy of the code word leaderboard, but the hands-on version. So that means the teacher has to actually get their hands on this in order for the data to go through to the leaderboard. And how that happens is that they put a mark in the approval column. So when this XP comes up here, there it is, to approve this, all I have to do as a teacher is just put any kind of mark in the approval column. So I just put an X or whatever you want. Yes, doesn't really matter what you are putting in there. Any text in that column will approve those points and pass it over to the leaderboard. So as you can see over here, the only points that are in this leaderboard right now are the ones that I've approved in the red column. So it works exactly the same as the other method, except this one has an approval column here. When you are done with this and you are ready to publish this stuff, you just share, make sure that you are sharing this stuff with the world so that everybody can see it here. And we are going to change it so that everyone on the web can view these data points. And save. Okay. And then we go to a handy-dandy Google site where we can insert charts just like we did with the other solutions. So any chart that's in the spreadsheets that you're working with, you just go and just find those things. Test code word leaderboard. How about that? And I find a chart that I want to insert and add, and there we go. So it's just that easy to put stuff in. Again, this is a way for students to just redeem code words for experience points, and you put it all together using a Google Doc, make a Google form for each quest, make an XP request form so that they can enter their code words, and then copy my calculator sheet right into your form responses and post your charts into a Google site. So that's how easy that is. Play around with it. There is an article on insertcoin.org about it under the code word leaderboard system. You can also find it under XP calculator and leaderboard solutions right there, code words. You can also, if you got time, brush up on some of your gamification essentials with the Insert Coin series. It's a 9-part series on my philosophy of gamification. Anyway, I hope that this works well for you. Have fun with it. Let me know what kind of other features you would like. And yeah, game on.